ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। Offering my Shirasashtanga pranams at the lotus feet of Sri Ramachandra. My heartfelt namaskars to all of you. Today, of them, today is one of the very auspicious day. In India, it is celebrated as Yugadi in the luni-solar calendar. That is Chandramana Yugadi. So, Yuga means, you know that there are 4 Yuga, Satya Yuga or Kruta Yuga. Then when Ramachandra was born, that is the Treta Yuga. Krishna was born, it was the Dwapara Yuga. And now it is Kali Yuga. So, Yuga Adi means the beginning of the Yuga. So today, it was the beginning of the Yuga, the first day. Today is called the first Tithi, Pratipat. Yesterday was the Amavasya, there was also a eclipse. So today, after the Amavasya, no moon day, today is the first day of the calendar. And we should also note, Indian year, New Year starts today, Chaitra Masa. And another speciality is now in the northern hemisphere or in India, it is spring, beginning of spring. So, Vasanta Masa, that is also very special. See, January, according to that Roman or Gregorian calendar, is during the winter in Europe and other places. Will anybody start a new year during the winter? No. Winter can't be the new year. It is usually the spring when everything is blooming, when everything is so beautiful. So at that time, we start, Hindus start the new year. So today is the new year according to Chandramana Yugadi. So now, what is the other thing which is so auspicious? You know that there are 4 Navaratris. We celebrate the Navaratri in a big way during September, October. That is called Sharan Navaratri, Sharat Kalina Navaratri. But today there is another Navaratri that is called Vasanta Navaratri, or it is called Chaitra Navaratri. In Hindu calendar, this is the Chaitra, month of Chaitra. And from today, the Navaratri starts, the Vasanta Navaratri. So exactly, today is the Pratipat, first day of the Navaratri. Then 17th is the end of Navaratri, and that is the birthday of Ramachandra. Now, see, there are so many things mingling today, very special. Navaratri is starting, then Naumi week is starting, then today is another special day, that is the Yuga, the beginning, New Year. So today, people in India, they start many new ventures, anything. It is very auspicious. Whatever you do, today you need not see any panchanga or calendar or open the book. Just do anything today at any time. It's very auspicious. So that is the speciality of this day. Now, during this month, as we have been told, Naumi, today is Pratipat, first day of the month or the Paksha. So this is we are moving towards Purnima. Purnima means full moon. So while we are moving towards light, full moon, it is called the Shukla Paksha. Shukla means light or white. Krishna means dark or black. So from Purnima to Amavasya, that is no moon day, it is Krishna Paksha, black, dark fortnight. Now it is white fortnight, Luna. So now we are going towards full moon. So now, Pratipat means first, Dvitiya, second, Tritiya, third, fourth is the Chaturthi, then fifth is the Panchami, sixth is the Shashti, seventh is the Saptami, eighth is the Ashtami, ninth is the Navami. So that Tithi, that day, Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra was born. So that day is called Rama Navami, the 9th day of the Shukla Paksha of the Chaitra month. Ramachandra was born. So we call it as Rama Naumi, Naumi. So Rama's birth is associated with Navami. Navami means 9th day. So today we are starting to think, meditate and know the wonderful deeds and his path, the path trodden by Lord Ramachandra is called Ramayana. Ramasya Ayana. Ayana means the path with which Rama went is called Ramayana. So we are meditating on that, thinking on that, so that we can get all those beautiful qualities of Sri Ramachandra. At least we can practice that in our life. So that's why we have assembled on this day. Up till the Rama Naumi, we'll be meditating, and on that day, I think in the morning there will be Havan, Puja, up to 1 o'clock when Ramachandra was born. So Krishna was born in the midnight, Ramachandra was born during the noon, 1 o'clock or something like that, afternoon. So we will celebrate since morning. So on that day there will be Puja, Havan and Satsang too. So now you have come to know what is Rama Navami. And now all these 7 or 8 days which we are celebrating is Rama Navami week. Okay. What is the meaning of Rama? In Sanskrit, Rama comes from the root word Ram, meaning Ramayate iti Ramaha. What is meant by Ramayate? One who is pleasing, delightful, charming, beautiful, lovely. These are the beautiful meaning of the beautiful Ramachandra. You see, the meaning itself is beautiful. Rama means. So another root word, this Rama also, it means dark in complexion. You see, all Vishnu avatar, most of them, other than the few, Krishna is dark in color, and Rama was also dark in color, and now Rama also means dark or black. So another meaning for root word for Ram, which means stop, stand still. Douglas Adams. The Sanskrit word Rama is also found in other Indo-European languages such as Tocharian, Ram, Reme, Romo, where it means support. Because most of the languages and even European languages called Indo-European group of languages, which has its origin in Sanskrit. In Russia, some languages are found. People do not know what is that. It is very near to Sanskrit. So like that, most of the European languages, you can see their origin is in Sanskrit. So they are called Indo-European group of languages. Now, according to Douglas Adams, the Sanskrit word Rama is also found in Indo-European languages, Tocharian Ram, Reme, Romo, where it means support, make still, witness, make evident. And also you see, the sense of dark is also there, that meaning is also there. Suit, black, also appears in other Indo-European languages such as Remos or Old English Romig. So Rama, that word is there in all these languages. And where else Rama is worshipped? You go to Burma, there is Ramayana, version of Ramayana. You go to Malaysia, Ramayana is the main epic, Mahabharata Ramayana. You go to Thailand, Ramayana is in the Buddhist country, Islamic country, in Indonesia, Islamic country, Ramayana is the main epic there. And Malaysia, Islamic country, the airlines is called Garuda Airlines. So Ramayana is the main deity. Buddhist country, Thailand, Ramayana is there. Everywhere, Cambodia, Rama is worshipped. Koreans, the king, their princess, they identify their root to Rama's family, Ayodhya. So everywhere you can see Rama, Ramachandra's influence. Why? Because of that wonderful life, the character which he led. So it attracts everybody. See, Ramayate iti Rama, so delightful. It's not just the name and the form only, but his beautiful character. That is the speciality of Sri Ramachandra. Now, from today onwards, we will go on thinking and meditating on these qualities which will help us a lot. Now, why should we worship incarnation? Let us take the help of the words of Sri Ramakrishna, our ideal master. In the Gospel, God incarnates himself on earth in a human body. He is, no doubt, present everywhere. God is present everywhere and in all living beings. But man's longing is not satisfied unless he sees God in a human form. Until we see God in a human form, our desire to see God will not be satisfied. That's why God will come down to this earth, though he is formless, he is attributeless. He takes all the wonderful qualities, he takes a beautiful form and incarnates. Now you have heard why the Lord has to incarnate. Man's need is not satisfied without the divine incarnation. See, now there may be so many beautiful qualities. You should be truthful, you should not get angry, you should control your senses, you should be like that. All these are beautiful qualities. Very good to hear. We can explain it. But until unless somebody practices in his life and show it as an example, we can't be inspired to lead that. That's why the Lord, when he incarnates, so he is the ideal or the image of all these beautiful qualities in perfection. So then, when we see that wonderful life and those qualities, the ideals, the adarsha, then we too feel that we can also do that. We'll be inspired. Yes, if he has done it, I too should do it. Then if the Lord has done so much, at least I can do little. In that way, we go on thinking, meditating, putting that into practice. And what is realization of God? Do you think that realization means just like in cinema or something, there will be a flash and dash and some form will come and you will grow some horns and that? No. Realization means you will become one with that God. You will bring all that beautiful ideals into your life in perfection. Then you become that God himself. That is realization. So now, through the words of Master, you have come to know that man's need is not satisfied without a divine incarnation. Do you know what it is like? Tells Master. By touching any part of a cow, you undoubtedly touch the cow herself. In every part of the cow, in the blood everywhere, the milk is there. Even by touching her horns, you touch the cow. But the milk can be got. You can get the milk which nourishes you only through the cow's udder. Like that, you can get, God may be present everywhere. There is no place in this universe where there is no God. But if you want to get that beautiful, wonderful qualities of the God, then it can be got only in the incarnation. Now, you have come to know why God incarnates. Ramakrishna has explained that to us. Wonderful. Now, let us go to see what Swami Vivekananda tells about Sri Ramachandra. Swami Vivekananda tells that the greater part of India, at that time he was telling, now you can see there is some awakening coming up amongst the Indians and Hindus. At that time, Vivekananda is telling, the greater part of them are possessed by dark tamas. We were immersed in tamas, sleep, lethargy. Even now it is there. Most of Indians are full of morbidity and with exceptional weakness, says Vivekananda. The country must be raised. How? The worship of Mahavira. Who is Mahavira? Hanuman. Must be introduced. And who is the ideal or Ishtadevata of Mahavira? Ramachandra. The worship of Mahavira must be introduced. Then Shakti Puja, worship of Kali, must form a part of our daily practice. Now Swami Vivekananda tells Sri Ramachandra must be worshipped in every home. There lies the welfare of Indians. Therein lies the good of the country, India. There is no other way, tells Swami Vivekananda. Now, arrangements for music were made at the desire of Swami Vivekananda, and sannyasins of the mud decorated Swami Vivekananda as a yogi, like Shiva. Now on the day, birth Tithi Puja of Ramakrishna, all this was done. Swami Vivekananda now chanted with the sweetest intonation to the accompaniment of the Tanpura, the Sanskrit hymn beginning with the repeating in a low time the Ramachandra, Rama, Rama. And when the chanting came to a close, he went on repeating with exquisite charm the holy words Rama, Rama, Sri Rama, Rama. His eyes were half closed, and the natural sublimity of his countenance seemed today to have deepened 100-fold. Everybody remained spelled for over a half an hour. After the chanting of Sri Rama's name, Swami Vivekananda continued to sing a song of Tulasidas on Sri Ramachandra in the same intoxicated strain of mind. Ramakrishna used to call Swami Vivekananda as Avatara of Shiva. And now, instead of chanting Shiva, he is chanting Rama. Why? You know what was the Ishtadevata and the mantra given by his guru, Sri Ramakrishna? Sri Ramakrishna initiated Swami Vivekananda with Rama mantra. So, you can see Shiva is always meditating and singing on Rama, and Rama, Ishtadevata is Shiva. They know they are the same Parabrahma Swarupa. There is no difference between Shiva and Rama. They are one and the same. Ramachandra's Ishtadevata is Shiva, Shiva's Ishtadevata is Rama. So we should not differentiate them. If we differentiate between Shiva and Vishnu or Narayana and Rama, then we will go to the worst of the hells. They are not separate. So, by the life of and teachings of Vivekananda, you have come to know wonderful things about Sri Ramachandra. Now, slowly, we will enter into Rama's life, Ramayana, and also some things of many other beautiful things of Ramachandra. What is that? Now, Ramakrishna also used to repeat, and Swami Vivekananda also used to repeat that. See now, Naumi is in another 7 or 8 days. Few days back, do you remember there was Holi? You all celebrated Holi. You celebrate Holi because Radha and Krishna and all the other gopis in Vrindavan, they played the Rasa Leela with colors. That's one of the reason. Then Holika was a demoness, so she tried to burn, sitting in the fire, to burn Prahalada. But Prahalada was a great devotee of Narayana, so Holika demoness burnt herself. So you burn, they make a bonfire and burn. Another reason. But before that, something had happened for that bonfire to be burnt. What is that? Kama, Cupid, lust, Kamadeva. So he is the one who induces that lust in all of us and make us in all the animals and make us suffer with all the desires. He is the one. So he tried to induce that lust or disturb the mind of meditating Shiva. Whatever he tried, he couldn't. Finally, a little mind was shaken. Shiva opened his eyes and saw this Kama, lust is trying to disturb him. He opened his third eye, the eye of knowledge, and the fire came out and burnt the body of lust, Kama. He was burnt. He lost his body. Where did this happen? Where was Shiva meditating, and where did this happen? In the present day, Bihar, in India. That's why the name of that place, Bihar, is Angadesha. Bengal is Vanga Desha. That's why it's called Banga, and Bengal has come from that. Down there is another state that's called Orissa, where Puri Jagannath Yatra takes place. That's called Vanga Kalinga. So Anga is Bihar, Anga Desha, where Shiva, you see, Rama is born on Ramanaumi. Kabir Das writes in one of the Doha, Jahan Ram hai, wahan kaam nahi. Jahan kaam hai, wahan Ram nahi. Just like light and darkness cannot coexist, wherever Rama is, lust cannot be there. Now, Ramakrishna also used to tell that, Vivekananda also used to chant this Rama and Kama. So that's why you see, after burning of Kama, now Rama is born. Exactly, see, it coincides. So when you take out the bad desires of your mind, then Rama is already there. He'll be manifesting in your heart. That's a speciality you can note. Now, let us go through one of the incidences in Ramayana. Rama, Lakshmana and Sita have entered the Dandakaranya, the intense, dense forest, after meeting some of the rishis. While they were going, when the sun arose, Ramachandra, Lakshmana and Mother Sita took leave of the sages and entered the forest. It was full of large number of animals and frequented by tigers and wolves. The birds did not chirp, but the sounds of cricket could be heard. Followed by Lakshmana, Rama saw that the center of the forest was like that. In the middle of the forest, surrounded by many such terrible animals, Sri Ramachandra saw one who lived off human flesh, a demon, a terrible demon who lived on human flesh and animal flesh. That demon was like the summit of a mountain and uttered a loud noise. His eyes were deep and his mouth was huge and horrible. His stomach was also horrible. He was gruesome, malformed, tall, hideous, and horrible to behold. He was attired in the animal skin and was wet with the fat of the human beings, the fat of the human beings and the animals smeared with blood. All creatures found him to be dreadful, like the destroyer with a gaping mouth. His iron spear had impaled on it 3 lions. So his spear, there was 3 lions packed. Then what were there on the spear? 4 tigers, 2 wolves, 10 spotted deers, the fat smeared tusks and gigantic head of an elephant. So with that spear holding all these things, he is now coming roaring. That, what is his name? That name of that demon was Virada. Virada was his name. If you read Ramayana in the our Rama Nama Sankirtan also, you can get that name, the demon's name. He roared in a loud voice on seeing Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. He became enraged and rushed towards them like the destroyer towards the being. As he roared loudly, the earth seemed to quake. He grasped Vaidehi. He caught hold of Mother Sita. Then in his lap went some distance away and told them, "You wear matted hairs and are attired in bark, and you are having a wife. You look like sages and sannyasis and you are having a wife." See, the demon also is having some sense about that. With your wife, you will not live long time. You have entered Dandakaranya with arrows, bows and swords in your hands. What kind of an ascetic are you? Since you are residing here with a woman, you must be wicked and following adharma. So righteousness. The demon is also talking about righteousness and unrighteousness. You have defiled the status of a sage. With my weapons, I roam around in this impenetrable forest and am a Rakshasa named Viradha. I always devour the flesh of the rishis, the sages who live in the forest. This beautiful woman will be my wife. The 2 of you are wicked. I will drink your blood in an encounter. The insolent and the evil-sounded Virada said this. On hearing these proud words, Janaka's daughter, now he has caught hold of Mother Sita. So Janaka's daughter Sita was terrified. In her anxiety, Sita trembled like a plantain tree in a storm. On seeing that auspicious Sita was in Virada's lap with a dry mouth, Ramachandra, that is Raghava, addressed Lakshmana in these words: O amiable one, look at that who created herself from King Janaka, that is Sita. She is my wife, auspicious in conduct, but she is in Virada's lap. This illustrious princess was reared in a great deal of happiness. O Lakshmana, see what has happened to her. Now, Ramachandra was very much worried for Sita. Though I am engaged in the welfare of all the creatures, now Kaikeyi asked me to go to the forest and see now Sita is in this trouble. Now Ramachandra was grieving because of this trouble to Mother Sita. In a grieving voice that choked with tears, Ramachandra said this, enraged like a sighing serpent. Now Lakshmana said, O brother, you should not be like one without a protector. You are the protector of all the creatures. O Ramachandra, when I am serving you, why are you tormented? In my rage, I will now slay that demon Virada. Virada's life is over and the earth will drink his blood. Now, when Lakshmana told these words to Rama, now this speedy and long arrow will receive a greater force from the strength of my arms. It will descend on his large chest and take away life from his body, which will then whirl around and fall down on the ground. At this, now the demon Virada got angry. He spoke again, making the forest echo with his words. You should ask yourself, who are you and where are you going? Tell me, you too. The Rakshasa's face blared like fire, and Rama told him about himself and the Ikshvaku lineage. Since the extremely energetic one kept asking again and again, who are you? No, we follow the conduct of Kshatriyas, the warriors. Though we are roaming around in the forest now, however, we wish to know about you too. Who are you? You are roaming in Dandaka. Now Virada replied to Rama from, what was the valour of Ramachandra? Truth was his valour. O king, O Raghava, I will tell you, listen, I am the son of Java and my mother is Shatadrata. All the demons on earth referred to me as Virada. Having performed so much of austerities, tapasya, I received a favour of Brahma. In this world, I would not be slain by any weapon, nor would it be able to penetrate me or slice through me. Cast aside this woman Sita. Forget about her and go wherever you came from. Unless you run away now here, you will swiftly be robbed of your lives. Now the demon's eyes were red with rage. Virada was wicked in intelligence and his body was malformed. Now Ramachandra bravely answered him, O Necha, O inferior one, shame on you. In pursuit of something that is inferior, it is certain that you are looking for your death. Remain steadfast in the encounter. You will not be able to escape with your life. Rama strung his bow and affixed extremely sharp arrows to it to slay the demon. He aimed swiftly from the excellent bow that had been strung. He released 7 gold-shafted arrows that were extremely swift like the wind. Now that penetrated that body of that Virada, smeared with blood, he fell down on the ground. He roared extremely loudly and raised a spear that was blazing. He dazzled like the destroyer with a gaping mouth. The spear was like the Vajra, like a fire. Rama, supreme among those who wielded weapons, severed it with 2 of his arrows. Saumitri, that is Lakshmana, severed the left arm of the terrible one. Rama swiftly severed the Rakshasa's right arm. With his arm severed, the Rakshasa quickly fainted, fell down on the ground like a cloud, resembling a mountain shattered by the Vajrayuda of Indra. Virada now, from his body came out another person. Now this person uttered these words to Ramachandra. O bull among men, Ramachandra, O son, I know you to be Kausalya's excellent son. I know the immensely fortunate Mother Sita and the immensely illustrious Lakshmana. I assumed this body of the demon because of the extreme, terrible curse. He was a Gandharva, a demigod. Demigod Gandharvas are the musicians, the singers. They have lot of power. They're just below the gods of the heaven, just above the Pitraloka. So they are demigods, Gandharvas. Now, because of some mistake he got this punishment curse. The king of the Gandharvaloka, when he was enticed with one of the damsels, Rambha, and he forgot to do his duty properly, he was cursed. See? He was cursed to come down to the level of demon because of his lust. So, jahan Ram hai, wahan Kam nahi. Kam hai to, now, who destroyed that lustful demon because of the curse? Rama only. Rama gave him back. So, when he pleaded with that king, please remove me of the curse, okay. When Ramachandra comes in the avatara and kills you, will be redeemed back to your original form. So that was what about the curse, and Ramachandra removed him. And also, O scorcher of enemies, may you fare well. That Gandharva blessed him. Now he guided him. You go to one Rishi Sharabhanga with dharma in his soul, resides 1.5 yojanas from here, and that Maharshi is as resplendent as sun. Now he guided him to go forward. Now that Virada body, that demon's body, was flung into the pit. He roared in a terrible tone, having slain the Rakshasa, the one with the colorful and golden bow, rescued Mother Sita, delighted like the moon and the sun, stationed in the firmament. They continued to travel through the great forest, Dandakaranya. So, you can see, wherever Ramachandra comes, our bad desires, purity of the mind will come, all the bad desires will be removed. Just like, you see, when difficulties came, Ramachandra never ran away. We have to learn from that. As Swami Vivekananda has told, face the brutes. Don't run away when the difficulties come. Face the brutes. Protect your wife and children, protect your family, protect your country, protect your religion. That is what Ramachandra is telling you. Your dharma, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. When your religion, when your country, when your people are in distress, you should be brave to protect them. That is what Ramachandra has shown by his life. And also, when we pray to Ramachandra, meditate on Ramachandra, let all these divine qualities remove all the bad desires of our mind and make us pure and lead us towards God realization. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramachandra Arpanamastu.